Hey Roger, great to see you here in Berlin and great to see you here back at the Laver Cup, the scene of that emotional farewell 2 years ago. Does it feel like a lifetime ago or does it feel like just yesterday?
It feels a bit of both, actually. I feel like I've retired 5 seconds ago, but somehow that moment feels like it's a while back. And as now I'm standing here on this court, I'm actually on the other side of the fence here. I feel like it looks very similar to the O2 Arena in London. And I feel like this is where I was speaking, with the microphone over there. So a lot of flashbacks right now, but it's great to be back at the Laver Cup and very exciting for the weekend.
Do you miss it at all? Is there a part of you that misses it just a fraction?
I don't know what it is, but right now standing on a court makes you feel like I can just walk over there.
Here's Thanasi Kokkinakis over our shoulder. G'day, mate.
Look, he also wants to speak to the media. Come on, say something.
Say something, TK. Come on, you want to join us?
No. Look, John's looking. He doesn't want this to happen. No, but honestly, standing on the court really makes you want to pick up a racket and go out and play. If you're just, coming as a guest or you come and sit in the stadium a little bit, it doesn't have the same feeling. But before I walked, across the court from the bench, it's like, am I allowed to walk across the court? It feels so wrong,
Yeah.
because I feel the court is only reserved for active players, not for retired players like me.
A fair bit's changed in those 2 years. Obviously, we've got a new world number one in Jannik Sinner, and we've got a 4-time Grand Slam champion in Carlos Alcaraz, who'll be making his Laver Cup debut for Team Europe. When you watch Carlos, what's the one thing that strikes you the most about him?
I think his intensity, the power in his shots. Already his physical capabilities that he has. Obviously, he's got to be careful. He doesn't run basically for every ball because it's not necessary. But he'll learn that with age and with time. But also very strong when it matters the most. I'm thinking back right now when he beat Novak in the Wimbledon finals. 5th set. This is stuff that we know that Novak thrives and plays at his absolute best. And for Carlos to come through that, for me, that's when he showed okay, he's the guy and he's going to be around for a very long time. So I'm actually very excited to see Carlos play here because I actually haven't seen Carlos play live ever. I've only practiced once with him at Wimbledon when he was still a junior player, and Federer, his coach, was his coach at the time already, and I was actually more excited to see Federer again, so we could catch up and talk about the good old times. So I'm very happy to see Carlos at the Laver Cup, and looking forward to how he plays because it's one thing on TV, but then in real, I think I'll really get a feel for his incredible movement and power.
You captured the career Grand Slam at 27 years of age at Roland Garros, 2009. He's going to be going for the career Grand Slam at the Australian Open in 2025 at the age of 21.
Or 26 or 27. Yeah. He's got many years to...
Can he do it though next year?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course he can. If you win all the other different majors, you can win Australia, and especially I think Australia, he'll be physically perfectly prepared. It's not something, like Wimbledon where maybe you got to skip the French Open if you want to give yourself the best chance, or if clay's not your surface, you got to do an extra effort for him. It comes very natural. So I think he'll have a really good chance of winning. The big matches are played at night as well, which is, I think, a bit slower for him. So I think probably down the road he'll win an Australian Open. Question is when, and he's had the most incredible career already. It's fantastic that he's already got 4 slams without talking all the other stuff that he's already achieved. Fantastic effort.
And I want to ask you about Team World. Thanasi Kokkinakis, 28 years of age. Do we feel like the best tennis is just ahead of Thanasi because obviously, he's playing an incredible Davis Cup and it seems like he's almost in career best form at the moment. Yeah,
and I know Thanasi well. He practiced with me in Dubai when he had the major shoulder problems. I remember he couldn't even serve sometimes, and he's had a tough career so far with injuries, but I've always loved watching him play. Him and Nick growing up together. I remember the guys, so it's nice to have him here because he was, I think he was alternate maybe in Prague at the inaugural one. I wonder, and he was also great for the bench, because he's a fun character. So I'm happy that he's
going to be loving all these words you're saying about him.
So I'm very happy he's here, to be honest, and I'm excited to see him play because I also consider him a friend and someone I've spent a lot of time with in practice, and that's why it's been great having him here now again.
And where do you see the Laver Cup going in, I guess, 10 years' time, Roger? Bigger and better?
Yeah, bigger and better, more solidified. players can't wait that it's Laver Cup time. Players want to be part of it, but they understand that maybe they have to be in the top 10 or top 15 to qualify for them, and then they need either maybe a captain's pick if they've been injured or their rankings down. So I want it to be something that the players love to be participating in, because they hopefully feel that they get so much in return from it in terms of motivation, going back onto the tour, and then just really feeling that they can go from strength to strength. So I'm very happy with the Laver Cup, how it's grown in the last 7 years. I would have never thought it was going to be this successful, but everybody who's, the team has been incredible. Tony, my agent, I see him working day and night on the Laver Cup, also when it's not Laver Cup time. And then, of course, also John and Bjorn, having been inaugural captains, has been very, very helpful, of course, for the Laver Cup.
Okay, well, fantastic. Enjoy the week, Roger, and thanks so
you.
much for joining us here on Stan Sport Australia.
Absolutely, happy to do so. Thank you, guys.